Yo guys, Sniper in here, back with another video, and I have a DLC review as today was the day that the Agents of Sabotage DLC dropped, and I'm super excited to review it for you guys. This is a full reaction because as you can see, I'm going to be buying it right here, right now, and we're going to check out the price. We're buying the Garment Factory, and if we hit enter site, there's only one Garment Factory, as you can see. It's obviously Lester's Garment Factory. If you hit it, it's going to run you about 2.35 million, so I hope you guys saved up. I mean, I was very clueless on what the price could have been, but, you know, just buy it. No upgrades. You're buying the Garment Factory for what it is. And that's about it with that. So you just set the waypoint, and we'll be heading to it. But first, we're going to hear this call from Pavel.
Capitan, you want to check out your new crib, huh? Yes. Okay, come to Darnell Brothers. I give you the tour.
All right, so we're approaching the Garment Factory. I'm going to put a timestamp on the screen if you want to skip to whatever the timestamp is, because I'm going to be playing the cutscene. Here's the Garment Factory again, and we're going to be walking into it and see what the cutscene holds for us.
Abandon ship! Abandon ship! Oh, Capitan, you look shorter on land, huh? Ah, yes, this is the only way I can sleep. When I see this place, I think to myself, this is perfect opportunity for Capitan, huh? This is history we are standing in, huh? Many plans have been hatched in this very space, and at least one fire, but now is good again, huh? This state of the art, huh? Good, you have many booties to fill. Come, I'm gonna show you what I plan. Hello, ladies. Used to import these from Belarus. Very cool. Come.
Get back to work!
Just down here. There is somebody I want you to meet. To be honest, she is the reason I am amphibious now. Oh, maybe you talk me up a bit, huh? Jody. Jody? Come. This a little game she plays. Clandestine operations, hard habit to break, huh? Jody? Jody? Ah! Oh! I did not see you there.
I know.
Oh.
You're hard to read.
This is Jody Marshall, FIB Strategic Intelligence.
Former.
Former. Yeah, she is independent contractor. She found out the wrong secrets.
Relax. I'm on almost as many kill lists as you are.
This who I tell you about, Jody, the one who is my...
Your contact. I know all about you. I bet it seems like a long time since you got out of jail. I still have a backdoor access into FIB records, so I pulled up your file. Quite a read. Drug trafficking, arms dealing, grand larceny, laundering, armed robbery, smuggling.
That one I did too.
Culpable homicide, and illegal street racing. Not bad for page 1. I think we can work together.
I knew you two would get along.
Pavel here was my last assignment with the Bureau before I had to take early retirement.
They tried to kill her.
So I followed my lead and asked him to help me go to ground.
Or better, go to water, huh?
I have access to every FIB server, archive, network, program, shell company, and front. What I don't have is a field operative who can help me turn it into a new retirement plan. Is that you?
Oh, I have to go back to my Kosatka. It's virtual poker night with Michele, Victor, and Crazy Vazim. I'm gonna let you two get acquainted, huh? I will be back!
You got a phone? Let me give you a tour. Comms? Firepower? Yes, that is your terabyte. Went ahead and took the liberty. The FIB acquired the blueprints not long ago. I can install the latest tech on yours. I've given you an app that allows access to this operation of ours. You want to work? Just open that or log on to that laptop. I've already lined up a few jobs. I'll be here.
Alright, so that's the cutscene. Pretty lengthy. It's not as lengthy as the other ones, but, you know, if you guys actually watched it, which I left it in if you wanted to, but that's Jody. We know Pavel from the Calperico heist. It's Jody, obviously. Not too much with her, I guess. It's not all that special, but here's an average weapon workshop. Weapon workshop bench that, you know, we have in a lot of businesses, and this is where the money is to be made. The computer right there. But also, if you come over here, we see some snacks, right? Free snacks. So always come here, refill your snacks. They're free, so you don't have to worry about that, and they're pretty good for when you're actually doing the missions. You get the snacks, you know, obviously with the weapon wheel. But we're gonna log into the computer here. And we're going to see this. We're going to see a priority file, which is obviously going to pay you more. And you're going to see these other little files here, the other little robberies. And I was actually really disappointed with this, if I'm being honest, because this reminds me a lot of the last few DLCs. Those being the last time. Sorry, my brain is not clicking. The bail enforcement. And then you have this scrappy salvage yard. It's the same kind of format. It's not really my thing. But I jumped. I did all the missions for that. And here we are. We're going to actually hit the actual robbery now. I'm doing the priority file because I wanted to see this one first. And we're stealing the armored scarab, which if you watch my trailer breakdown, I did mention it because this was in the trailer. So it so happens to be my first robbery, and here we are, obviously in the mission. Jody calls, and I'm dressed up in some gear, and we're gonna be heading over to Fort Zancudo. Here we are en route to Fort Zancudo, and guys, just a disclaimer, just real quick, that I am not going to be reviewing any literally the full DLC. I'm only really doing the money making methods and the money making way of the DLC, like obviously the business. I'm not really going to be talking about the vehicles. There are new vehicles, obviously, guys. Maybe other YouTubers will delve into that. So if you want to watch theirs, that's fine. But if you're here, I'm really only talking about the garment factory. But let's just get back to the robbery here. Fort Zancudo. If you have a hangar at Fort Zancudo, doesn't really matter. Like I do, doesn't matter, obviously. So just gonna drive over to the hangar, like so. You know, what I was saying earlier though about the robberies and kind of like the layout on the computer, it kind of reminds me of the salvage yard and the bail enforcement, which was a pretty disappointing start for me, to be honest. I wasn't a big fan of it. Just means I think it shows a little bit of Rockstar laziness, and it goes to show that like GTA 6 needs to come out a little bit sooner. Not to rush it, but it needs to come out, and they have to stop prioritizing GTA Online as much, because, well, it's it's the same kind of formula for the DLCs. It's not like new, it's not refreshing at all. It just feels like a copy and paste, rinse and recycle kind of thing. But I mean, I haven't even played all of it yet. Maybe it's great, you know, maybe it is fun, maybe it is refreshing, who knows, but well, no, time will tell. Okay guys, so coming back to the mission here, we are inside of a little loading bay. Well, we got to find the loading bay, but we're in the little building inside Fort Zancudo, and we're trying to find the scarab. I'm going to time jump here, and I found it. You can do it stealthy, but you don't have to. Like, I got caught at the end, just at the end. It doesn't matter, but you're going to eventually run into a juggernaut. So I died once there. It sucks. There's a juggernaut at the end. I will warn you guys about that, and you have to kind of wait for this thing, the key card, to override the scarab, so you actually can drive it, because you can't drive it until it overrides. It's pretty cool, this scarab. It has a laser at the top, which is fully manual. You control it. And at the back, it has like a little kinetic pulse, is what they call it. Kinetic pulse, where it looks like an explosive, kind of is, but it's not like a damaging explosive where like it doesn't blow up a car. It more so just kind of shocks them and sends them a little bit back. It creates separation and distance, I guess. Like there, that was a kinetic pulse. This thing is kind of hard to drive, if I'm being honest. Like, it's a tank. Not really much you could expect. It's not like you're getting great handling with it. And with this, now that you're out, you just have to take it to the buyer. The buyer is not relatively far. So there's that. Like, as you can see here, he's just a little bit north. He's at the top of the map, but there's no problem because we are already kind of there anyways. So when you take it to the buyer, it's like the auto shop. When you hand over a vehicle to a buyer, a customer, it's that cutscene, but just with the guy, with the buyer here, and it spawns you back at the garment factory. And as you can see, I got my money, got 10,000 bonus, and you can see that I failed some of the rewards. It was my first time. So don't blame me, guys. I'm not perfect. I don't know what to expect in these missions. However, one cool thing that I did find about the garment factory is that, in the trailer they did show terabyte. So if you have a terabyte, bring it over to the garment factory. You can add some cool modifications to it to kind of upgrade it. They're not necessary modifications, but again, they're just add-ons, touch-ups, which is pretty cool. So the way I found out was you got to go inside the terabyte. And I'm gonna walk over here, but if you just check your phone and hit the terabyte on the Warstock site, it'll tell you exactly what there is. And that's kind of it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this DLC review. I know it's not so much to cover because the garment factory is kind of vague. It's not like it's full of content. Neither was this DLC. It wasn't like full of content. Maybe there's going to be drip feed, but I may or may not cover it. I'm not too sure. But if I had to give a final ranking based on what I've done so far, I would give it a 5 out of 10. It's just a rinse and repeat, like rinse and recycle, repeat kind of thing, right? We've seen this before. It's just it's different business. But it's one business, but it's got the same kind of formula as all the other ones, which kind of disappoints me, to be honest. I feel like Rockstar could do a lot better. But if you guys enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment what you want to see next. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.